Retro Rewind. Retro Rewind. 20 years of radio history, celebrating over 30 years of the greatest songs ever made.
Hi, this is Kenny Loggins, and thanks for logging on to RetroRewind.com.
Retro Rewind!
This is Retro Rewind.
Thank you.
First, there is a mountain. You just shot a video for that, is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
First, there is a mountain.
So that's the first track, the first single released?
Well, Underneath the Same Sky is kind of like they don't really refer to them as singles, although Gandhi Buddha is now an AC single.
Okay.
But, and then somebody told me they heard First There Is a Mountain on radio recently, on a non-Disney radio.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So, that could be a minor miracle.
Yeah. How was the video shoot for that?
It was really fun. To make a video with my daughter was just such a groove. And she got to play dress up all day.
Oh, she loved that.
They made her a butterfly princess. She wore blue butterfly wings and an antique white lace dress and a diamond tiara. And they put weave, hair extensions in her hair. And she just got to dance and sing all day. It was a rough gig.
Oh, yeah. Horrible.
Yeah.
Wow. And did she miss school for that?
Yep.
Darn.
Yeah.
She'll never forget that.
Yeah, no, and that's something that she and Daddy get to share forever now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What a great memory. She will always remember that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Puppy Song is another track on this CD.
Right. Puppy Song is by Harry Nilsson.
Yeah.
And was it was made prior to when he recorded The Point. Now, The Point would be a more obvious call. Anything from his children's movie that he made, inspired by Yellow Submarine.
Right.
And I may yet record something from The Point, but to me, the Puppy Song really spoke to the whole gumbo vibe of the record. And then I brought my daughter Bella in to sing the opening to that. And she sings the dreams are nothing more than wishes, and a wish is just a dream.
Yeah.
You wish to come true. She sings that, and she sings the vamp on the end.
That's amazing. As we were saying earlier, I didn't have the credits on that yet, but wow, you really, it's honest, man. They get it honest.
Yeah, well, I decided to make this a genuine family project.
Yeah.
Every one of my kids is hiding somewhere on this record.
Well, see, if you're going to sell it as that, and position it as that,
then it should be that.
You're backing it up. It should be that. That's great. That's great, Kenny. You Can All Join In is another track.
Right.
Almost a pseudo title track.
Well, it is. It is a title track. It made a great second choice when All Together Now fell out. All Join In is essentially the same idea.
Yeah.
And was one of the last songs that I thought of and cut. My brother Dan actually reminded me about the Traffic tune, You Can All Join In, and said, that would make a good song for the record. So he gets it. He gets where I'm going.
That's awesome.
And
Dave Mason was on
Dave was around, so Dave came in and sang it with me and played lead guitar on it.
Amazing.
And it works great. I took it to a kind of New Orleans street vibe, and there's sections of it that are straight, that kind of Bo Diddley thing, and it interpreted really well there.
Yeah, and of course that's a different take. I really want to compliment you on the vision, and it's even more impressive that you're saying you had to kind of go with your first instinct on a lot of this, because you didn't have a whole lot of time. Did it take you? What took you more time? How long did it take you to choose these songs? Because I mean, some of these songs are, I don't want to say are obscure, but there's some songs that you don't always think about. They're kind of hidden songs, hidden treasures in different areas.
I came up with most of the songs within the first week of my first meeting with David Agnew at Disney Records, when he presented me the idea of an up-tempo children's record. At first it scared me because I thought, oh God, I really don't want to make an Itsy Bitsy Spider record. How can I get around that?
Yeah.
What are the songs that have good sort of double entendre, I guess you'd say, where it may be a love song, but it could also be a parent singing to a child. What songs play in that arena? What songs feel childlike? What songs are just great classic tunes? One of the extra tunes that I cut was "What a Day for a Daydream," the John Sebastian tune.
Yeah.
that, you know, I had most of the material picked out right away. And then Gandhi Buddha kind of fell in as a song that a friend of mine sent me. I put it on my running playlist, and I was running one day to it. Endorphins kicked in, and I heard it and went, aha, you know, there's a treasure.
Yeah.
You know, and I wrote to Cheryl Wheeler and explained to her why I had to change some of the words, and she said, thank you. She said, I never would have thought of that.
How about that?
Yeah.
Again, that just shows, you know, with what you've been doing as a songwriter and producer and performer, you know, I really think if you're going to do a project like this and you're having to make some concessions for it to be you know, accepted as a family, you know, album,
Right.
you know, what better way than to have someone like you kind of figure out where it needs to go, as opposed to someone that just arbitrarily maybe picked some songs and was given a project.
Right.
So you're saying that they actually came to you on that. This is something you were just
Right.
Going about your life and
I got
Okay.
the management got a phone call from Disney, and it turns out that David Agnew, his family and he were big fans of Return to Pooh Corner,
Yeah.
my first lullaby record, which is now 15 years old.
Yeah.
And so his kids grew up with it.
Yeah.
And that record has now turned into the biggest selling children's album
Right.
of all time.
Yeah.
Which the trick is, it's not really a children's album.
Yeah.
My ex and I used to joke about it and call it music to make and enjoy children by. It's a dual purpose record.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, but you know what? Again, that's the genre that I think somehow I don't want to say forced, maybe in a good way, in a positive way, but you kind of created
Right.
something, again, pioneering.
I had a vision of a record that no one had made before.
Yeah.
A record that would be loved by the parents as much as by the children. And that was because after years of singing lullabies to my own kids, I had sort of weeded out all my favorite lullabies.
Yeah.
So by the time my third child, my daughter Bella, was a babe in arms, and I was singing lullabies to her, I had a whole playlist.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and one of the songs that I would sing to her is Love by John Lennon.
Oh my God.
And who would think of that as a lullaby?
Right.
You know, but
But I can now. I can hear it.
It came through me, and something I sang to my daughter. So when it came time to making that record, I went, duh.
Yeah.
You know, I got to record this song.
Yeah. Wow. Now, if this does well, you'll do it again, right? Is this something that you go back to the well and
Right.
find some more songs?
And I just wait for the ideas to come. You know,
Are you-
write them down. Believe me, I have.
Okay.
You know, I have
Just in case.
my iPhone is my notepad now.
Yeah, I like that little feature that they have there. It even looks like a notepad too. That's
Yeah.
what the cool thing is.
I just keep track of the ideas when they show up. One of the tunes, I probably shouldn't say this on camera, and so I'm not going to. Thank you.
Okay. Tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you after we're done.
Okay.
Retro Rewind!
The 90s, 80s, the 70s. It's all right now on Retro Rewind.